Test, test, test. If anybody's watching, can you please let me know that you can hear this? Test, test, test. It looks like we have 5 or 6 people online. If you can hear me, could you please let me know in the comments? Let me know how the audio quality is. All right, it looks like I've got at least one confirmation that the audio is working. We are about 10 minutes away from meet start. So we will, I'll be back when just shortly before the meet starts. Hey Eric, do we have the dive sheets? If I could, please. You rewrote.
You look on it, the first one, his name was, I couldn't read it, so I looked it up.
Okay.
Good evening and welcome to Farmington High School. Tonight's meeting between Rochester County Creek and Farmington High School. Please rise and remove your caps as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. So proudly we hailed at the twilight's edge, and bright stars through the perilous fight.
All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Stoney Creek at Farmington swim meet. It's February 11th, 2021. The meet should be starting momentarily. Just had the national anthem. Our first event will be the boys 200-yard medley relay. And I'd like to say welcome to any of the Stoney Creek families that are watching tonight's live stream. I understand that we did send out the link to you maybe a little bit late, but welcome. In tonight's meet, Stoney Creek will be swimming in lanes 1, 2, and 3. Farmington will be swimming in lanes 4, 5, and 6. Lanes 1, 2, and 3 are closest to the camera. 4, 5, and 6 are on the far side of the pool. The 200-yard medley relay, there's going to be one heat. In lane 1 for Stoney Creek, we'll have Bailey Symington, Ben Verkus, Andrew Shizas, and Max Morse. In lane 2 for Stoney Creek, Ryan Persley, Dylan Schramm, Jordan Walser, and Matt LaJoy. Lane 3 for Stoney Creek, Evan Miller, Brian Pay, Brent Bartos, and JD Philbin. And for Farmington in lane 4, Brendan Gollitz, Trevor Jones, Andrew Pan, and Jared Visser. In lane 5 for Farmington, Daniel Zhu, Jake Dansel, Dean Milosevinovich, and Fred Lindo. And in lane 6 for Farmington, Theodore Meisner, Ben Nikinen, Sanjeev Seshan, and Ethan Weischen. Trevor Jones in lane 4 making up quite a bit of lost time. Next off for Farmington is going to be Andrew Pan. Andrew Pan goes in the water. Lane 5, we've got Dean Milosevinovich. And in lane 6, Sanjeev Seshan. And finishing up here for Farmington, about 10 to the water, Jared Visser. And lane 4 for Farmington comes in first with a time of 1:41.68. Stoney Creek second place in lane 3, 1:43.24. Third place, Stoney Creek lane 2, 1:51.54. Fourth place, Farmington lane 5, with the time of 1:58.50. Lane 1, Stoney Creek fifth place, 1:59.33, and Farmington lane 6, 2:07.06. Okay. And for anybody that also has a Meet Mobile subscription, the meet results are being posted there. Next event is the boys 200-yard freestyle. We will have 4 heats. In heat number 1, in lane 2 for Stony Creek, Carlos Avelos. Lane 3 for Stony Creek, Cooper Salisbury. And for Farmington in lane 4, Zach Morden. Lane 5, Calder Monroe. And lane 6, Nate Carpenter Crawford.
Event 2, boys 200-yard freestyle. Heat 1 or 4 has to start. Stoney Creek in lane 2, Carlos Avelos. In lane 3, Cooper Crawford. Farmington, Zach Morton. Lane 5, Stoney Creek. And lane 6, Nate Carpenter Crawford.
Again, we are on event number 2, boys 200-yard freestyle. This is the first heat. In the pool for Farmington is Zach Morden in lane 4, Calder Monroe in lane 5, and Nate Carpenter Crawford in lane 6. For Stony Creek in lane 2, Carlos Avelos. Lane 3, Cooper Salisbury. Zach Morden about to finish his first 100 here. 100 split is 104.80. Calder's split 107.14. And Nate's 100-yard split 117.63. And Zach Morden will finish this heat first with a time of 2:13.74. Coming in second looks like it's going to be Calder Monroe. Calder finishes with a time of 2:27.72. Salisbury third with a time of 2:29.90. And Avelos a time fourth place with a time of 2:29.96. And finishing up this heat, Carpenter Crawford with a time of 2:46.86. Our heat number 2 for Stoney Creek in lane 1, Duncan Sinclair. Lane 2, Doug Ray. Lane 3, Brandon King. For Farmington in lane 4, Iggy Gernovinsky. Lane 5, Quentin Campbell. And lane 6, Alexander Pankey. And about to finish his first 100 is Gernovinsky with a time of 102.83. Campbell, 104.72. Pankey, 107.32. That's their first hundred split. And it looks like Ray from Stoney Creek is going to come in first in this heat with a time of 2:09.62. Then Gernovinsky at 2:12.89, followed by Campbell, 2:18.10. Let's see, Sinclair, 2:21.19. King, 2:22.68. And Pankey, 2:22.62. Heat number 3 will feature from Stoney Creek, Daniel Liu. Lane 1, Andrew Sundquist in lane 2, and Daniel Hernandez in lane 3. For Farmington in lane 4, we'll have Leland Karanovic. Lane 5, Parker Bushka. And lane 6, Lauren Morden. Lauren Morton's split is 101.07. Parker Bushka 103.77. Karanovic 103.14. Hernandez 102.08. Sundquist 102.09. Liu 105.72. Those are the 100-yard splits. Coming into the last length, it looks like Daniel Hernandez in lane 3 is going to come in first for this heat, followed by Sundquist. Hernandez, 206.91. Sundquist, 208.37. Followed by Karanovic in 215.26. Pushka, 215.47. Morden, 215.95. And Liu, 222.13. Heat 4 will feature from Stoney Creek, Ryan Pursley in lane 1. Trevor Frakes in lane 2. Jack Seco in lane 3. For Farmington in lane 4, Sibi Raj. Lane 5, Brendan Gollitz. And lane 6, Alex Radomski.
Heat number 4 is started. Stoney Creek in lane 1. Lane 2, Trevor Frakes. Lane 3, Jack Seco. Lane 4, Sibi Raj. Lane 5, Brendan Gollitz. Lane 6, Alex Radomski.
Looks like it's a close race so far between Seco and Raj, with Gollitz not too far behind. Raj appears to have a slight lead. Here's your 100 splits. Raj, 55.46. Seco, 55.98. Golitz, 56.20. Radomski, 57.68. Frericks, 58.21. And Pursley, 58.93. Raj maintaining his slight lead over Seco. Golitz a challenger on lane 5. Raj and Seco fighting it out, lanes 3 and 4. This one is going to be close. With Seco just edging out Raj with the time of 153.87. Raj's time 154.02. Gollitz 155.59. Frericks 158.11. Pursley 159.54. And Radomski 159.83. Our next event will be event number 3, boys 200-yard IM. There will be 2 heats. In the first heat for Stony Creek in lane 1, Diego Lopez. Lane 2, Michael Nasser. Lane 3, Max Morse. For Farmington in lane 4, Daniel Zhu. Lane 5, Sanjeev Seshan. And lane 6, Dylan Dancel.
In lane 1 for Stoney Creek, Diego Lopez. Lane 2, Michael Nasser. Lane 3, Anthony Farmington. Lane 2, Daniel Zhu. Lane 4, Stephen Session. Lane 6, Dylan Dancel.
Again, we're swimming the event 3, boys 200-yard IM. At the end of the first 100, it looks like Daniel Zhu's got a strong lead over Morse. 107 even. Morse 109.52. Lopez 110.87. Nasser 112.95. Sashan 116.95. And Dancel 117.80. Morse overtakes Zhu in that length. And for Heat 1, it looks like it's going to be Morse in first place with a time of 2:22.40, followed by Zhu with the time of 2:27.41. Third place is going to be between Nasser and Seshan. Looks like Seshan might have a slight lead. Yep. 2:41.90. And Nasser 2:42.22. Oh, I missed Lopez in lane 1, 2:32.17. And Dancel finishes with a time of 2:55.24. Heat number 2 for Stony Creek in lane 1, we'll have Dylan Schramm. Lane 2, Max Zverdov. Lane 3, Bailey Symington. For Farmington in lane 4, Trevor Jones. Lane 5, Jake Dancel. And lane 6, Ben Nikinen.
For Stoney Creek in lane 1, Dylan Schramm. Lane 2, Lane 3, Bailey Symington. For Farmington in lane 4, Trevor Jones. Lane 5, Jake Dancel. Lane 6, Ben Nikinen.
Jones starting this race off with a huge lead. Once again, we are on event 3, heat number 2. It's our final heat. Looks like Jones is going to finish his first 100 with a time of 56:31. Followed by Svirdov, 101.95. Symington, 102.03. Schramm, 105.60. Dancel, 111.51. Nykanen, 113.57. And Jones starts his final 50 yards. And Jones finishes with a time of 2 minutes, 0.86. Symington, 207.93. Sverdov in third place, 209.51. Schramm in fourth with 215.11. Dancel, 224.22. And Nykanen, 234.92. Our next event is event number 4, boys 50-yard freestyle. There are 2 heats. For Stoney Creek in lane 1, Edwin Flores. Lane 2, Matt LaJoy. For Farmington in lane 3, Luke Scherer. Lane 4, Ethan Weishen. Lane 5, Samuel Lefebvre. And lane 6, Mohamedou Ndaye.
Event 4, boys 50-yard freestyle, heat 1 of 2, start. Stoney Creek in lane 1, Edwin Flores. Lane 2, Matthew Schramm. Farmington, lane 3, Luke Scherer. Lane 4, Ethan Weisman. Lane 5, Samuel Lefebvre. Lane 6, Mohamedou Ndiaye.
And LaJoy finishes with a time of 24:50. Weishen, 28:83. Lefebvre, 29:78. Ndaye, 31:70. Scherer, 40:26. And Flores, 41:65. Heat 2 from Stoney Creek will feature Evan Miller in lane 1, Brent Bartos in lane 2, and JD Philbin in lane 3. From Farmington in lane 4, Jared Visser. Lane 5, Andrew Pan. And lane 6, Dean Milosevinovich.
Stoney Creek in lane 1, Evan Miller. Lane 2, Brent Bartos. Lane 3, JD Philbin. Farmington in lane 4, Jared Visser. Lane 5, Andrew Pan. Lane 6, Dean Milosevinovich.
And Jared Visser takes first with a time of 22:57. Andrew Pan second, 23:02. Third, Miller, 23:36. Fourth, Philbin, 23:42. Fifth, Bartos, 23:74. And Milosevinovich, 25:89. Our next event is event number 5, boys 1 meter diving. We're going to take a slight break here to get set up for diving, and then we will feature the diving events. Looks like the divers are warming up here. We're going to have 3 divers tonight. I think our first diver from Stoney Creek is Kevin McCardle. Diver number 2 from Farmington will be Sam LaFave. And diver number 3 from Stoney Creek, Jaden Pone. Kevin will be doing an inward one somersault, inward front flip, degree of difficulty 1.6. Looks like we may be having some technical difficulties with the scoring system. So the judges are going to go old school. Judges scores 5, 5.5, and 5.5.
5.5, 5.5, and 5.
Sam's first dive is an inward dive, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.4.
Second diver from Farmington, Sam LeFay. First dive, 401C, inward dive, degree of difficulty 1.4.
Judges scores 2.5, 3.5, and 5. Jaden's first dive will be an inward somersault, degree of difficulty 1.4.
401C, inward somersault, degree of difficulty 1.4.
Judges scores 5, 5, 4.5. Kevin's second dive will be an inward 1.5 flip, tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2.
403C, inward 1.5 tuck, degree of difficulty 2.2.
Judges scores 4, 3.5, 5. Sam's second dive will be an inward 1 somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6.
402C, inward somersault, degree of difficulty 1.6.
Judges scores 3, 1.5, and 3. Jaden's second dive is an inward 1.5 somersault, degree of difficulty 2.2.
403C, inward 1.5 somersault, degree of difficulty 2.2.
Judges scores 6, 6.5, and 6. Kevin's third dive will be a front double somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.2. Judges scores 3.5, 3, and 4. Sam's third dive, forward 1.5 somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6. Judges scores 3.5, 3.5, 4. Jaden's third dive will be a back 1.5 somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 2.0. Judges scores 4, 3.5, 3.5. Kevin's fourth dive will be front flip full twist, degree of difficulty 1.9.
5122D, one flip front full twist, degree of difficulty 1.9.
Judges scores 3.5, 4, and 4. Sam's fourth dive will be a back dive straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
201A, back dive, degree of difficulty 1.7.
Judges scores 1.5, 2, and 3. Jaden's fourth dive is a forward 2 somersaults, degree of difficulty 2.2.
104C, forward 2 somersaults, degree of difficulty 2.2.
Judges scores 5.5, 5, 5. Kevin's fifth dive, front flip 2 twists, degree of difficulty 2.3.
Front flip with 2 twists, degree of difficulty 2.3.
Judges scores 3, 3.5, 3. Sam's fifth dive, back 1 somersault, tuck position,
202C,
degree of difficulty 1.5.
somersault, degree of difficulty 1.5.
Judges scores 2.5, 4, and 3. Jaden's fifth dive, forward 2.5 somersaults, degree of difficulty 2.4.
Forward 2.5 somersaults, degree of difficulty 2.4.
Judges scores 4.5, 4.5, 5.5. Kevin's final dive will be a backflip, straight position, degree of difficulty 1.7.
Kevin Farmington. 202A, backflip straight, degree of difficulty 1.7.
Judges scores 4.5, 4, 4. Sam's last dive will be a forward 1 somersault, 1 twist,
5122D,
degree of difficulty 1.9.
degree of difficulty 1.9.
Judges scores 2.5, 3, and 3. Jaden's final dive will be a reverse 1 somersault, tuck position, degree of difficulty 1.6.
Degree of difficulty 1.6.
Judges scores 6.5, 5.5, 6.5. And that concludes the diving portion of tonight's meet.
That concludes the diving. Pools open for warm-up.
We will have a warm up now, and then we will start with event number 6, boys 100-yard butterfly.
Pool is open for a 10-minute warm-up. Feet first entry only.
Sounds like we're going to have a 10-minute warm up. All right, they're asking the swimmers to clear the pool, so we should be starting back up again soon. Event number 6 will be the boys 100-yard butterfly. For Stoney Creek in lane 1, we'll have Jordan Walser. Lane 2, Max Sverdov. Lane 3, Brent Bartos. In lane 4 for Farmington, Andrew Pan. Lane 5, Iggy Gurnovinsky. And lane 6, Dean Milosevinovich.
Event number 6, boys 100-yard butterfly. Heat 1 of 1. Mr. Stark. Stoney Creek, lane 1. Lane 2, Nick Fieldo. Lane 3, Chris
Andrew Pan's 50 split, 24.93. Milosevinovich split, 31.37. Gurnovinsky, 33.20. Looks like Andrew Pan's going to finish first. His time is 54.57. Bartos, 58.22. Zverdov, 59.01. Walser, 100.48. Gurnovinsky, 109.66. And Milosevinovich, 111.38. Next event is event number 7, the boys 100-yard freestyle. There's going to be 5 heats. In heat number 1 for Stoney Creek, we have Edwin Flores in lane 1, Carlos Avalos in lane 2, Cooper Salisbury in lane 3. For Farmington in lane 4, Nate Carpenter Crawford, and lane 5, Luke Scherer. Carpenter Crawford's 50 split is a 35.60. Salisbury 33.06, Avalos 33.40, Flores 42.87, Scherer 46-22. Finishing this heat first for Stoney Creek, Salisbury with a time of 108.78. Avelos comes in second with a time of 108.90. Carpenter Crawford third place with the time of 115.93. Flores looks like he's going to come in next with a time of 133.25. And Scherer finishes with a time of 134.42. Heat number 2 for Stoney Creek in lane 1, we have Michael Nasser. Lane 2, Duncan Sinclair. Lane 3, Brandon King. And for Farmington in heat 2, lane 4, Quentin Campbell. Lane 5, Zach Morden. Looks like it's a close race so far. Morden split 29.49. Campbell 29.60. King 29.66. Sinclair 31.05. And Nasser 31.58. Looks like Morden may have a slight lead here over Campbell. Oh, no, Campbell's going to finish first with a time of 101.08. Morden 101.15. King 102.74. Nasser 103.86. And Sinclair 105.37. Heat number 3 for Stoney Creek will have in lane 1 Ben Verkus. Lane 2 Andrew Sundquist. Lane 3 Andrew Shizas. For Farmington in lane 4 Dylan Dansel. Lane 5 Fred Lindau. And lane 6 Leland Karanovic. And the splits are Karanovic 28.44, Lindau 28.80, Dansel 30.84, Shizas 27.64, Sundquist 28.47, Verkus 28.05. And it looks like in this heat it's going to be Shizas first with a time of 57.87, followed by Verkus 58.30, Sundquist 59.07, Lindo 59.35, Karanovic 1 minute even, and Dansel 107.56. Heat number 4 for Stoney Creek in lane 1 will have Diego Lopez. Lane 2, Daniel Hernandez. Lane 3, Brian Pay. For Farmington in lane 4, Calder Monroe. Lane 5, Theodore Meissner. And lane 6, Alexander Pankey. Looks like Pay with the strong lead from Stoney Creek in lane 3. Pay's 50 split is 25-13. Hernandez 27-88. Lopez 28-57. Monroe 30-26. Meisner 28-86. And Pankey 31-42. And the finish times for Heat 4 is going to be Pay first with 53-40. Second, Hernandez, 58-13. Third, Lopez, 58-60. Fourth, Meisner, 1 minute .02. Monroe, 103.69. And Pankey, 104.31. Final heat for Stoney Creek, we have Matt LaJoy in lane 1, J.D. Philbin, lane 2, Evan Miller, lane 3. For Farmington in lane 4, Jared Visser, lane 5, Lauren Morden, and lane 6, Parker Bushka. This is your final heat. Visser's got the lead at the first 50 with a split of 23-26. Miller 24-52. Philbin 24-24. LaJoy 25-21. Morden 27-60. And Bushka 28-72. Visser makes his final turn. Still in the lead. Visser 48-77. Philbin 50-88. Miller 51-41. LaJoy 53-81. Morden 59-11. Bushka 59-55. And that will be Visser's state cut. Event 8, 500-yard freestyle. Up next, we're going to have one heat. For Stoney Creek in lane 1, we've got Doug Ray. Lane 2, Trevor Frericks. Lane 3, Jack Seco. For Farmington in lane 4, Sibi Raj. Lane 5, Brendan Gollitz. And lane 6, Alex Radomski. Again, this is event 8, boys 500-yard freestyle, one heat. All right, here's the times for the first 100. We've got Galitz 58.45, Radomski 59.98, Raj 59.62, Seco 59.12, Frericks 101.74, and Ray 105.84. Galitz coming in for his 200-yard length at 158.99. Seco 201.61. Raj 203.89. Radomski 205.90. Frericks 206.50. And Ray 215.21. Coming up on 300 yards here for Galitz. Maintaining his lead. 300 yards for Galitz, 301.19. Seco 305.03. Raj 308.68. Frericks 312.06. Radomski 313.30. And Ray's 300 split 326.50. Galitz appears to be maintaining the same lead over Seco. His 400 split is going to be 405.35. Seco 407.39. Raj 414.62. Seco putting some extra energy in there, closing the gap between him and Galitz. It's going to be a tight race here. Galitz and Seco finished starting their final lap. Seco with the edge over Galitz now. Seco will finish first with a time of 5:07.19. Galitz 5:09.31. Raj will come in third with 5:18.58. Frericks 5:19.44. Radomski finishes with a time of 5:29.87, and Ray finishes with a time of 5:46.92. Our next event is event number 9, the boys 200-yard freestyle relay. We are going to have 2 heats. In the first heat, lane 2 for Stoney Creek will have Daniel Liu, Carlos Avelos, Cooper Salisbury, and Edwin Flores. In lane 3 for Stoney Creek, Michael Nasser, Brandon King, Duncan Sinclair, and Doug Ray. Lane 4 for Farmington, Calder Monroe, Ethan Weishan, Sanjeev Seshan, and Leland Karanovic. Lane 5 for Farmington, Mohamedou Ndaye, Alexander Pankey, Nate Carpenter Crawford, and Dylan Dancel. Heat 1 is about to begin. In the water for Farmington right now, we've got Ethan Weishan and Alexander Pankey in lanes 4 and 5. Next up for Farmington in lanes 4 and 5, we'll have Sanjeev Seshan and Nate Carpenter Crawford. And in the water now, lane 4, Leland Karanovic. And diving in for lane 5, Dylan Dancel. And for this heat, it looks like lane 4 for Farmington will take first with a time of 1:53.97. Stoney Creek, lane 3, 1:54.48. Farmington, lane 5, 2:02.58. And lane 2, Stoney Creek, 2:06.75. Heat 2 in lane 1 for Stoney Creek will have Daniel Hernandez, Andrew Sundquist, Max Morse, and Andrew Shizas. Lane 2 for Stoney Creek, Dylan Schramm, Diego Lopez, Ben Verkus, and Trevor Frericks. Lane 3 for Stoney Creek, Max Zverdoff, Brian Pay, Matt LaJoy, and Jack Seco. We'll announce the Farmington swimmers after the start. Swimming for Farmington in lane 4, Dean Milosevic, Brendan Golitz, Alex Radomski, Sibi Raj. Lane 5 for Farmington, Iggy Grnovinsky, Lauren Morden, Zach Morden, and Jake Dancel. And in lane 6 for Farmington, Fred Lindo, Ben Nycanen, Quentin Campbell, and Parker Bushka. Final divers going in the water for Stoney Creek and Farmington, lane 3 and 4. Sibby Raj closing the gap a little bit, but not quite enough. Stoney Creek will take first with a time of 1:37.61. Farmington, lane 4, second with a time of 1:39.41. Third place, Stoney Creek, 1:44.85. Fourth place, Farmington, lane 5, 1:46.51. Fifth place, Stoney Creek, lane 1, 1:49.56. And Farmington in lane 6, sixth place, 1:51.85. Moving on to event number 10, the boys 100-yard backstroke. We're going to have one heat. Swimming for Stoney Creek in lane 1, Jordan Walser. Bailey Symington, lane 2. Ryan Pursley, lane 3. Trevor Jones, lane 4. Daniel Zhu, lane 5. And Theodore Meissner, lane 6. And it looks like Jones is going to finish first in lane 4 for Farmington with a time of 56:37. Pursley, lane 3, 68:65. Symington, 58:67. Zoo, 101.86. Walser, 102.62. And Meissner, 106.31. Our next event is event 11, boys 100-yard breaststroke. We've got two heats. Heat 1, swimming for Stoney Creek in lane 1, Andrew Shizas. Lane 2, Daniel Liu. Lane 3, Ben Verkus. For Farmington in lane 4, Sanjeev Seshan. Lane 5, Mohamedou Ndaye. And lane 6, Ethan Weishen. Verkus from Stoney Creek will place first here with a time of 1:15.22. Liu, 1:18.19. Then Shizas, 1:23.36. Seshan, 1:26.69. Weishen, 1:27.15. And Ndaye, 1:34.93. Heat number 2 from Stoney Creek will feature Max Morse in lane 1, Dylan Schramm in lane 2, and Brian Pay in lane 3. From Farmington in lane 4, we've got Jake Dansel. Lane 5, Fred Lindo. And lane 6, Ben Nycanen.
Stoney Creek, lane 1, back north. Lane 2 is lane 3.
Looks like it's a fight between Pay and Schramm from Stoney Creek. And it'll be Schramm 109.97, Pay 109.99, Morse 111.61, Dansel 114.30, Lindo 117.70, and Nycanen 118.81. Event number 12 is next, the boys 400-yard freestyle relay. There's one heat. For Stoney Creek in lane 1, we've got Daniel Hernandez, Doug Ray, Diego Lopez, and Jordan Walser. For Stoney Creek in lane 2, Max Zverdoff, Trevor Frericks, Ryan Persley, and Bailey Symington. Lane 3 for Stoney Creek, Brent Bartos, JD Philbin, Jack Seco, and Evan Miller. We'll announce Farmington swimmers after the start. In lane 4, leading off for Farmington, Jared Visser, then Andrew Pan, Sibi Raj, and Trevor Jones. Lane 5, Alex Radomski, Theodore Meissner, Lauren Morden, and Daniel Zhu. Lane 6, Iggy Grinovinsky, Parker Bushka, Zach Morden, and Luke Scherer. Visser giving the Farmington relay a nice start. Pan's up next. Pan expanding the lead over Stoney Creek. In lane 4 here up next, we've got Sibi Raj. And the final swimmer about to dive in for Farmington will be Trevor Jones. And Jones will finish out this relay for Farmington with a time of 3:20:28. Stoney Creek finishes with a time of 3:30:87 in lane 3. Lane 2, Stoney Creek finishes third with a time of 3:47:51. Lane 1, Stoney Creek fourth place, 3:58:38. Lane 5, Farmington, 4:00.23. Love to see the sportsmanship from Farmington swimmers. Wait until everybody's finished before they get out of the pool. And lane 6, Farmington, 4:41:17. And that's a wrap for all the events, everybody. We'll hang on until we have some official meet results to announce. Stay tuned. All right, everybody, I've got our final score for the evening. It's going to be Stoney Creek 103, Farmington 80. Good meet, Stoney Creek. That's all for tonight. We'll see you guys at the next meet. Good night, everybody.